That rivalry known as Texas OU or OU Texas divides homes and cultivates some bad blood. But isn't it ironic how the Red River rivalry also creates relationships?
You know, you can never say never.
Former OU quarterback Charles Thompson can relate to all of the above.
Keeping it is Thompson.
Back in 1987 and in 1988, Thompson was perhaps one of the fastest wishbone quarterbacks in college football history.
What can you run the 40 in?
Oh, Lord. I can run it that fast.
The former Sooner great may not have the wheels he once had, but he does have a ton of ties to the Burnt Orange.
I grew up in Oklahoma, Lawton actually, and you know, there was a little school, elementary school called the Crosby Park Longhorns, who we always thought had everything out there. So my hatred for the Longhorns started early in my playing career. Of course, I went on to University of Oklahoma. Neither did I know that I'd have a good friend, Peter Gardere, who's a Longhorn legend.
Yeah, Peter Gardere, the former Texas quarterback who owns a piece of history as the only quarterback in Red River rivalry history to win all 4 games he played in.
We stay in communication. It's funny, even before you stepped up to me to talk, he had just texted me asking how things were going. So, yeah, Peter and I got to be friends years ago playing Canadian football together, and we've just been best friends. In fact, people don't know, he just recently got married, and I officiated his wedding. So that's how good of friends we are.
But this Longhorn and Sooner ties story goes deeper than that. Charles Thompson's middle son, Casey, is one of Tom Herman's 2 true freshman quarterbacks.
I don't know if you recall when you and I first met. I think it was like 2008, and we were at Moore High School. Oh no, it was in Edmond. It was I think 707 League. You know, I first met him. You and I established a relationship there. Your oldest son was about to be a junior at Southmore, I believe, and you still weren't. He wasn't set on Oklahoma just yet. And I saw your little one, Casey. I never thought he would end up in Austin, but I do believe you say he may be the best one in the family. Possibly.
Well, I think when you look at it, I think he's the third, what we call the third quarterback in our family. My youngest son's not a quarterback. I've got one behind Casey, but Casey's the third quarterback, and I think obviously my experiences, Kendall got the benefit from it, but I think Casey got it even twofold because he obviously had my knowledge and my expertise to teach him. But he was able to live through the experience Kendall was, being that we were 10 miles away from where Kendall went to school at University of Oklahoma. So he got a chance to be in the rooms, the college rooms, and he got a chance to hang around the college players that were at the University of Oklahoma. So he, in my essence, the way we looked at it, he got an opportunity to grow up a lot quicker in the quarterback room, the mindset, the mental things that it takes to be successful. He knows how to break down film. And so I think as a result of the God-given talents that was given to him and his work ethic, and his experience at a young age, I think, he's in position to possibly be the best of the group.
The Longhorns won't be running the wishbone anytime soon like Casey's dad did, but Tom Herman sees what Casey inherited from dear old dad.
I see the it factor for sure. I see, he's got a confidence about him. Obviously his dad was just so proficient in that offense and lethal. Because of his ability, his decision-making ability, his explosiveness as an athlete, and then he could throw the ball too. And so, do I see a little bit in that in Casey? Certainly, but what we're asking him to do is a lot different too than the wishbone.
Well, what does Tom Herman, what is he doing? Because you're on this is the second son of yours have been heavily recruited. What does he offer that's so different that you feel comfortable with your son in Austin?
Well, I think number one, he just, there's certain people, as I told Herman in his office when we met, and the first time I met him, you can get a sense around certain type of people, their personalities. There's been a lot of guys that I've been comfortable and had the privilege of playing for through my college career, who I think was one of the greatest college coaches, but he was very good with people. And I think that's the same vibe I get from Tom Herman. He's just seems to be genuine, it's down to earth. He talks about family, and that's the way he makes you feel. And so I was very comfortable from the beginning when we first came to Austin to visit Texas for my very first time having an up-close look at the campus and the university in Austin. My takeaway was that I believed in what he was saying. And I think last year it was a strange fate that ultimately we sat down as a family and we looked at everything. Texas seemed to be the one place that we thought was a good fit for Casey, and lo and behold, we think that he fits what Tom Herman likes as a quarterback.
Now, Texas OU, OU Texas and Dallas means a little bit. It's a little different for you and your family now. How are you going to handle your first Red River rivalry now that Casey is a Longhorn?
I don't really know the answer to that just yet. I mean, it's something, it's certainly a thought. I just, obviously for me, as I mentioned, I've grown up my whole life, rooting for the Crimson in that battle, and blood thicker than water. Yeah.
This former OU quarterback great said he will support his son and the university he's associated with. Sean Clinch, KVU Sports.
Success in the program that he's involved with.
Now, Peter Gardere, what was his reaction when he signed with Texas?
Well, he was excited about it. He obviously he said the same thing. We'll get an opportunity to spend a lot of time with each other, and we stay in communication. It's funny, even before you